YouTube Gen X? What's going on? It's your boy Pink Elephant. Like I said before, if somebody's mad, if a group of people are mad, okay, I'm not going to assume that they all have the same complaint, and I'm not going to assume that simply knowing that they're mad is okay. I want to break it down. Why are you upset? So therefore, I can address you in a certain way, and I can really get different perspectives on what's going on. It's like the whole idea with hip hop, and black women saying they have a problem with hip hop. If you break it down, it's two different conversations. You have your black women that are upset because there's not enough black women in hip hop, so there's not enough black women who are half naked, who are being objectified or whatever. Then you have your other camp that's saying we're mad at hip hop because it exploits the few black women that are in those, videos or whatever. So it's two completely different arguments. It's two completely different conversations. If you really break it down, it's not the same. That's why for me, if I have a large group of people who are upset, I like to know why they're upset, just so that we could have a better conversation, right? And so I'm not bringing up points that they don't have a problem with. So if I'm talking to the chicks who just want more black women featured, I'm not going to talk about how they're being portrayed, because they don't care about how they're being portrayed. They just want to be put in the video, whether they naked or whatever, right? So I'm looking at this whole Miley Cyrus shit, and it's like the same type of, okay, why are you upset? Why are you upset? And quite frankly, the only reason that I've heard that's even worth me discussing are your black women that are upset because what she's doing, right? Some of the dance moves that she's chosen to adopt are being seen as, okay, black girl moves. It's okay for them to do it, but it's trashy for you. And they're upset because in their eyes, it's just as trashy. So if any, notable black R&B or pop artist did exactly what she did, it would be a huge problem. It wouldn't be okay just because they're black. So the moves that she has chosen to adopt are trash, ratchet, hood type of dance moves, so that any respectable black woman or just any respectable black person would find to be offensive and quite frankly just improper. Right? I know all the hood chicks, they don't have a problem with it, right? They're okay with it. What's the big deal? Okay, you go, girl, she getting it or whatever. But for the respectable ones, that's where they're upset, and that's the only argument that, quite frankly, I'll speak on, because I get all that. It's one thing for it to be tasteless and trashy, right? But don't say that, oh, it may be okay for another group, right, but not for us. It's not okay for us either. Once again, going into respectability. And I think that's the part that's missing. Don't sit there and assume that it's standard procedure, right? A-okay, right? But then, you want to take some sort of moral high road. No, it's trash behavior. That comes from the ratchet sub-hood, that comes from that subculture. As far as respectable black folks, it is what it is. So I can't imagine a scenario where the same shit could happen and it will just be A-okay. We don't have a problem with it. So once again, for your black women that are mad for that reason, I'm on board. I understand where you guys are coming from. I do. Because it's not even so much that she's adopted black moves. If she would have chose something more conventional, if she did, she went like the Beyonce route, something simple, something to show, she can dance, she has rhythm, nothing over the top, and white America was still on some like, oh, okay, this is beneath you or whatever. Then it's something different in the sense that, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but what she's doing for us is something that we've seen Beyonce do, other black R&B artists do, so we're not bothered by that, even if it bothers you. But this is over the top. This isn't simply, I'm going to adopt what I've seen other notable, established black female R&B or pop artists do. This is above all that. You've adopted some trash shit. You went on YouTube, you typed in twerk, and you saw some hood bitches or whatever do some shit, and you copied that. Her dance moves are the shit that we do to show how far we've fallen off. Think about it. When folks want to talk about just how far we've fallen off and the next generation of black boys and girls are fucked up, what do? We'll show a video of some bitches twerking on YouTube, right? Or doing some, degrading and just inappropriate type dance moves. Like it's okay, like it's, the norm, right? The type of shit where it's just like the only way that would be acceptable if it was, with you and your husband behind closed doors. So that's the shit that we label as nah. We may be, the apple has probably fallen far from the tree with us, but it's one of those things where at the very least, this is like, nah, that's not acceptable. We're not going to really do all that. And we labeled that as, yo, that's extreme. That type of dance shit, that's trashy, that's extreme, that's not the norm. If you did it at a party, you would be instantly labeled something, you would be given a negative label. Once again, talking about respectable black folks, respectable black men and women, right? We at least have that. Our moral compass has definitely fallen off, right? But whatever we have left, we at least know that, that type of shit, that's the ratchet type of, nah, that's not a good look, right? So once again, I understand why you could be upset for that. But as far as all the other complaints that I've seen and I've heard that are, that they're like half formed, I'm just still shaking my head. Like, are you serious? That's why you're upset, or that's why you're mad, or that's why you accept it? So it is what it is. That's my take on it. Y'all be good. God bless.